Yes, you know who it is. It's Itai from Prince Crew LDN. I'm your presenter for today, and I'm here with
Corey, aka C Slicks.
So Corey, we're in your manor.
Yeah, this is my manor right now. You can see it. It's not busy right now. It's a Sunday. It's not that busy, but yeah, this is my manor. I've been living here for the last 16 years now, and I have some good experience on the estate. Some bit of bad experience, but yeah.
So obviously we're filming Council Estate Part 4 now. And Corey, you've lived on a council estate for 16 years.
I lived in here for 16 years now, yes. So I moved there from when I was about 12 years old. I moved here when I was 12. So I used to live in Chalk Hill Estate. That's in Wembley, the old Chalk Hill Estate. So that was a flat. I used to live in the flat, with a 2-bedroom house flat. But now I live in a house on the estate.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about the normal council estate stereotypes that has thugs, yes, drug dealers and gangs, and like the areas are rough. Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
Do you know, yes, you know, all councils have their moments. You know, we do. There are drug dealers on council estates. There are people going out selling drugs and stuff. But there's also good people on that come from an estate. But people always want to pick up the negativity, especially in the media. People want to get that mentality in their head that they think that everyone from a council estate are not good, are just lazy, just want to commit crimes, just want to do nothing good for the lab. But there are good people who come from estates and did good in the lab, or gone to uni, or might start up, might have a good job, maybe start like a business and stuff like that. But yeah.
So would you say the media focuses on the minorities within the council estate instead of the majority of people that live on a council estate who are hardworking and good, honest people?
Yes, unfortunately that is true. The media love to focus on the negativity for some reason. They just want to tarnish everybody in the same brush. Just a minority, but there's more good that comes from the state, but I never get protected in the media. The media always want to focus on the bad for some reason, but that's the media for you. They're poisonous. Yes.
Have you yourself or known one that has faced judgments for being from or living on a council estate?
Yes, I have. I've been people that I knew that come from an estate that have faced judgment, you know, because I know I had a couple of friends that they used to tell me like they used to apply for jobs, they used to send their CVs to the jobs, and they used to get turned down because of the way they lived, like their address. Like I know a guy who lived in Stonebridge Estate, and obviously Stonebridge Estate obviously is known for notorious for bad crimes, and it just people need to look down on him because of his estate and his address. They used to look at his the address on the CV, and that's it. No, I'm not accepting him because of where he's from. And it's just a stereotype, unfortunately.
Wow, so you're saying that having a council estate address is a hindrance, like a criminal record, when it comes to employability?
It can be. It can be. Not for me, and I never really experienced like that, but I know people who have experienced stuff like that. And it's sad, really, that you're gonna judge someone based on their address, where they live, because of their state, because of like a minority, which is stupid for me. You know, no one should never get. If someone's qualified to do a job, then they should be able to do that job if they're qualified, not because they come from a working class background, a poor area, or you know, or the deprived area. That's nonsense to me. Yes.
Why do you think someone would discriminate against someone because they live in a council estate?
Like I said, it's the media. They want everyone to look down on people who come from an estate. They think that everyone from a state is bad, which is nonsense, and that's why people always get looked down upon, even if you're doing good, even if you're just about a day working, doing 9 to 5, going to school, going to university. People always going to look down at you because of the minority who does do the badness and selling drugs or committing crimes. But that's not everybody who comes from an estate. Like myself, I do good, but people want to judge you, but that's them. But I know deep down who am I, where I came from, and my environment I came from, and I'm happy to where I come from, because they made me here I am today, and I'm doing good. I'm not here committing crimes or anything like that. I'm a hard-working person. I do work, you know. So yeah.
Now, I've been walking around this council estate with you and on my own, and I've noticed many nationalities and a lot of diversity around here.
Yes, it is a lot of diversity around here. You know, you've got a lot of diversity. You got a lot of Jamaicans around here. You know, you got the Muslim Africans. You got the whites. You got everyone, Turkish, everybody around here. Different people from different religions. You know, So yeah, so it's very diverse, and we all get on together. People that again, people always want to put a stereotype. People who come from like a little community, people think that we don't get along because you might not understand them because they're their race or their religion. But that's not true. I get along with a lot of people around here from a Muslim, maybe a Muslim or Jewish or white or black or Indian. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're all a community. I'm all in one at the end of the day. So we all got to like stick together and don't let people stereotype us and thinking that we all does nothing, because that's not true.
Do you believe that council estates can be a perfect example of diversity and equality for people that live in London?
Yes, that's true, of course, because London is a very diverse city, you know, it's a metropolitan.
Well, actually, not just London, but the whole world in general.
Well, yes, the whole world, of course, it's true, the whole world, even doesn't in London, but if you go around the whole world, other like council estates around the whole world, it's very diverse, and so yeah, it's very diverse.
So you have many nationalities here,
yes,
both frowned upon because they're from council estates. Do other people from nationalities all share the same opinion, that they face the same judgments and they don't trust the media?
Yeah, that's true. I've spoke to a couple of friends, like I've got like a Turkish friend that I know, that he said he faced the same thing, like when he's walking down the street or something like that, he might be looked down upon because he's from Turkey or not like English born bred, but you know, he moved here when he was like 13, 14, and yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. He's a hard-working person. You know, he doesn't go out committing crimes. He's a good guy, but sometimes you do get judgmental people, but we don't let that get to us.
Obviously, stop and search is coming back.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on it?
Oh, stop and search. What can I say about stop and search? Well, remember when I was growing up in the mid-2000s, stop and search got a lot of negative feedback because a lot of the residents, a lot of people from the community thought that the police used to abuse their powers because of stop and search. So people weren't really happy with stop and search back in those times, you know, and that's why they stopped it. So, and I don't think just because you bring stop and search back here, it ain't really gonna prevent crimes. Obviously it will help, but crimes will always be there. But obviously we don't want our youth dying on the streets of London, because you know it's just terrible.
Now obviously there's a lot of minorities here, different races, different religions.
Yes.
Do you think they'll possibly be singled out for stop and search because they're from a council estate and the police might believe in a council estate's stereotype that they're rough, tough and dogs?
Yes, council estates always get picked on the most. We know that because that it's again stereotyping again. The police are always going to target those youths, even if you're just a good you manage your business, enjoying your day. Yes, you're going to get picked out, and I used to get that a lot even when I was growing up in the mid-2000s. You know, as a teenager, we used to get that a lot. Even though I didn't do nothing, the police always used to, excuse me, sir, put your hood down, please. What? I don't do nothing. I'm just playing football or something like that. And they say, oh, we thought you were running away from a scene of a crime, something like that. And so yeah, people from communities always get looked down upon, and it's sad really, man, because in Westminster, let me tell you something now, I noticed here that there's a lot of like robberies going on around the Westminster area, but that never get focused on because people that come from those type of areas are more upper class, so they don't focus on them. But those focus on the areas like Parsons or Kilburn or Wembley, working class areas that are poor, they're gonna obviously look down upon you. They're always gonna target those kids from those type of areas.
So do you believe that stop and search will actually decrease crime around the Wembley area, or will it just isolate people that already feel marginalised for being from a council estate?
Stop and search is not really going to prevent that. It's not going to make stop crime. It's not really going to stop crime. No, stop and search. It's not really, because we had that back in the mid-2000s and that didn't even work, and crime was still going on. But I don't think it will stop. It might stop, but I don't know. Yeah.
Good words. So are you for stop and search or against it? Yes or no answer.
Yes. I would like to stop and search. I would like to put that in place, stop and search. But again, I don't know, because the previous, when stop and search was about, we all know what happened. It got stopped because it got a lot of negative feedback from from the community. People weren't happy. So I don't know.
We had a slight interruption, so I'll ask the question one more time. Are you for or against stop and search? Yes, answer yes or no, and give your reasons for.
Well, yes, I would like to try that again, stopping shirts, but because obviously we want to reduce the knife crime and gun crime that's going in London at the moment. But like again, I have to say this: stopping shirts was about. Last time when Stop Church was about, we all know what happened. It did get like a negative feedback, you know, around the people from the communities. People thought that they were getting targeted for no reason, and Stop Church did stop. So if you're bringing it back again, you really think it's really going to reduce the crime and stuff like that? I would like to bring it in, but is it really going to reduce it? Are the police actually gonna work and actually try and help these youth, or instead of trying to abuse their powers? You know, that's why I'm 50-50 with it. I'm not too sure.
In the past, stop and search, black youths were 8 times more likely to be stopped and searched than their white counterparts. So what's your opinion on that?
Well, yes, black youths are more there are chances of us, like black people, being stopped more, because, you know, again, people like to stereotype black people as being very aggressive and all this, being rough, and, you know, think we're heartless and things like that. But that's not true, you know. But we always get stereotyped all the time, and, you know, that's the problem. You need to stop stereotyping. It's the mentality. That's what they want you to think. They want you. That's what the media does. They want you to think that all black people are just aggressive and this and that. But that's not true. I come from a good home. I was raised properly. You know. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's enough for today. Once again, I'm Itai with a special guest,
C6. And thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
So that was Council Estate Part 4. And remember, like, comment or subscribe. And feel free to share us on any other social media. Prince Crew done.